Good morning, everybody. Beautiful morning. I gotta show you this mess out here, huh? Look at that. Yesterday was bare ground. Beautiful day. About 35 degrees yesterday. Geez, it was beautiful. That's Fahrenheit, of course, if anybody across the country's watching. But anyway, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Today it's a mess. But that's all right. It's been snowing. Turns back to rain. Then it goes snow again. So it's kind of one of those days. Carol says, oh, you might as well work in the shop today. I says, yeah, I'm going to play in the shop. So I'm going to finish these ports right here that go, well, they show them at an angle here, 20 degrees. I got to drill those ports. I thought I was done with this, and then I got looking, well, you damn fool, there ain't no place to get the steam to the cylinders. So I gotta mill two little spots there and then drill a 20-degree angle hole. And I'm gonna do that here this morning. And I'm gonna use a center finder, yeah, I can talk, to find the center of this hole here, and then I'll move over and I'll use my chuck as a tap guide, because I do not have a small tap guide, and we'll thread those using the chuck so that they're straight, and that will finally finish this piece. So anyway, yeah, I'll get things set up a little bit and I'll bring it on. So everybody, this is the setup. That cylinder is at 20 degrees. I have a 20-degree, I don't know if you can see that, but it's 20 degrees. And actually, these were cheap ones. I just bought them just specific for this detail here. I thought I'd get it more accurate. So that fits in there nice. I'm pinched on both sides of the steam chest, just with, that's a tool steel bit. Just here, just a key. Just mild steel. And yeah, seems to be fairly solid. So it might be off like 10 or 15 thousandths from being square this way, but it's still, that should be fine for what we're doing. And I'm going to go and put us a couple of end mill spots here to drill from. I'll be back in a minute. Well, we've got a drill. We found center over here. We went over 140 thousandths. So now we're going to try to drill an 1/8 inch down and basically about an 1/8 inch in. And then we'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll swap it over to a drill. Okay, let's just start to touch. So we'll zero our handle here. There's our 1/8 inch depth. I just moved it in about 15 thousandths just to get in a little bit further. That's the depth. We'll back it out. It looks pretty darn good to me. Now we'll go back down, run this over 140 the other direction. Now we got a little hole started, that's good. Right there. Gonna show me something? Now we'll clean that out. Yeah, now I gotta go get a 1/8 inch drill and I'll be back. Well, we got an 1/8 inch drill and a collet because my chuck isn't that accurate, so we'll try this, see how it goes. Yeah, you want an extra bag? Yeah, hang on a minute. Let me shut this thing off here. Yeah, back at it. Hopefully that'll break through and I'll be able to feel it. Should be getting pretty close. Right there. That's a good feeling when that comes through. Now we'll come over 140 thousandths off center on the other side. Come on. Right there, do the same thing again. There we go. Yeah, we succeeded anyway. I think we're where we belong. Put that handle up there. Take this out here and take a look at it. See what it looks like. I may have gone down a little far on here. I think on the other side I may go down a little bit. Well, I can't go down too much less though, or I won't be in. Maybe I should have gone back a little further on, you know, that way. I don't know. I think it's alright. We'll have to check the plans and the piston, make sure the rings don't come up into that. But it looks like I went a little deep actually. It's 1/8 inch on the further side, probably supposed to be 1/8 inch up here. So that 20 degrees on 1/8 of an inch, you got to really subtract that. And I'm not a guy good at geometry and all that stuff, so I'll just wing it. I'll drill it 100 thousandths deep instead of a 125 and see if that helps it a little. Yeah, so now we'll take this. Let's see here, we got to swap sides with that one. We need the other piece here. Guess we'll go that way. This is kind of a fumble finger thing here for a few seconds till you get it kind of going. But right there should do it. We'll get our 20 degree gauge, which I've misplaced here. I heard something fall, it must have been it. I'll be right back. Well, I found it. It's just mixed up in the rest of the clutter here, but so anyway, that's loose enough that I can still move it. Just tip it till it comes right in, hits top and bottom at the same time. Give it just a little more tightness, not much. And I'm gonna swap this back to that 1/8 inch end mill and I'll be back. So to find center, I'm just doing this by eye. That right there looks pretty darn close, so I'm going to 0 the Y. And due to the fact we're using different width spacers on either side, what we've done is we've shifted it over. It was about 140 thousandth shift. And then, as far as where we want to be, We'll go 140 on this one, and then we'll take a depth measurement here, right there. And probably about right there, I think, is going to be where we want to be. So we'll zero the X. And we'll go ahead and see what we can do. We've got the coil locked. Whoop. Got to put it back in engagement though. There we go. That right there should do it. Drop that down an 1/8 inch. Move this over 140 the other direction. The other side is 0. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. Back this down a little bit. We'll change over to the 1/8 inch drill. Yeah, we'll see how she goes. Well, came through. That was a good thing. We'll go back 140 the other direction. Beautiful. That was 2 successes in a row. Well, it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but you know, the holes came through. Funny that light washes out. Staff's hard to see it, but anyway, they're through and they're down below. So yeah, I like it. So anyway, the only thing I got left to do now is tap this, and I am going to do a little bit of indicating, and I'll probably film that, I guess, just show you how I'm going to do it, because I should have indicated, well, I should have tapped them 2 holes right there before I ever broke down the setup. But yeah, that came out all right. I think we're good. So anyway, I'll bring you back in a minute when I get stuff set up a little bit. So anyway, I got this inexpensive coaxial indicator here. And when I say inexpensive, it's a cheapie of the highest degree. There we go. So, at the front, we're at 0. At the back, we're close. Split that difference a little bit. And we'll head over here and bring that back about the same. We'll see if we're close at all. Yeah, we're close. Over to thousandths. I'll tell you, I'm going to quit right there. That's within a thousandths. And to me, within a thousandths is perfect in my book. Carol's son, he's a machinist by trade. I just play at it. And I'll tell you, there's machinists and then there's people that are unbelievable, and he's one of those. Does stuff that I can't even imagine. But anyway, I'll shut you off here while I take this all apart. Just take it out. Okay, I don't have a tap follower, so what I'm going to do is I've got that 2x56 in the chuck. I've loosened up the collet. And I'm just going to go down, let that set on the threads. I'll lock that. And then I'm just going to let stuff do its stuff, you know. Just let it walk itself in. I guess I got that collet a little tight still. It's rubbing a little bit. That's all right. As long as we're making threads and they're going in straight, that's all I care. Oh yeah, there's one. And while that's up, I'm going to loosen that top bolt just a little bit. It's a little tight on that. That's better. So still hold it straight. This right here should be the other side. We'll run that one down. The nice thing about using your chuck too is, you know, you're about the right size diameter so that you probably won't break anything. I'm always bind a little bit at the bottom, man, with that when you get in the powder. There we go. So, lift that out. Tighten that chuck up so it won't fall out on us. Beautiful. And those are tapped. So anyway, we can take this thing out now. Oh yeah. Don't know if you can see those threads. Probably want to. I don't know if the daggone thing will focus or not. But anyway, good looking threads. So I've got these 6 to do, and I'm not going to do it on camera because I'm just going to use my little block of steel there as a jig and have at it. I'll be back in a little bit. Well, everybody, I just put 2 screws in it just to, you know, confirm that everything was going to fit. And so far, so good. The only thing that I am going to do is right in here, I'm going to mark that with a marker, and I'm going to take about 5/1000ths off the bed plate so that cylinder will have a little more clearance there. I don't know if it's holding it out right now or not. It looks to me like it might be a couple thousandths. So that's a little bit of an interference issue, and I think that Joe Pye mentioned something about that. And I'm running into the same problem. But anyway, yeah. And I got to show you, I always like engines with flywheels on them. And I say that, you know, flywheels. Show you what I got. Some people may be disappointed. I did not want to frig around with them little oil cups. You know, my time usually is valuable to some extent. But I bought me an extra casting of an extra flywheel because I'm going to run it with 2 flywheels. I just like the looks of them better. It looks more balanced. And yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'll show you my plans for this as I go, but yeah, so that's it on this part of the build. You know, it's nothing fancy, but it's coming along. We'll bring you back on the next piece, which I haven't decided yet what it's going to be, but pretty good chance I'm going to do the piston and the piston rod next, and then I can confirm if I'm off anywheres in any direction with this hole to where it's supposed to be out here, because it may be off 5 thousandths, you know, or 10 thousandths one way or the other. It's real close, but if I had frigged up, and I may have, you know, I'm going to put that piston rod in there and do some measurements, and then I'll go ahead and make the cross head to fit. And that way, any irregularities that I had in the cylinder, or, well, it would actually be in the base plate. If I frigged up at all on that base plate, I want to be able to correct it with a cross head. So, anyway, it's kind of going to run backwards a little bit here, but we'll run from the piston back. So, anyway, I'll bring her along when I get ready to do it. And if you like this, you know, hit the thumbs up button and don't hesitate to subscribe. As soon as we get done this, well, probably before we get the steam engine project done here, we're going to be doing some work on that cub over there. So that'll be coming along. I just haven't had courage enough to start it, and I don't know, it's a snowy day. I'm going to work on this. I'm waiting for another stretch of bad weather, and we'll tackle it.